All right, on today's Code Bet Daily, we are looking at a whole mess of player props, game picks, and best bets. All the stuff that you need. You can also check it out on codebet.com.au with all the betting analysis and odds comparisons. I'm looking at a huge Tuesday NBA slate. Love a good Celtics-Knicks rivalry game. Stats guy, what have you got?
Yeah, I'm looking at a big bustling fast bowler in some test cricket and some value in the Serie A.
Ooh, I like that. Alex, what are you thinking about?
A man with an amazing name scoring a lot of tries, and I can't believe who I tipped to win the EPL. I'm going to go hide for the next month.
Nice one. You'll be shocked when you find out. It's all on Code Bet Daily. That's a very good podcast. Make sure you check it out right now. All right, welcome to Code Bet Daily. It is Monday, February 27, all day. This is episode 59 of a very fun podcast we do like to call Code Bet Daily because I am Jaymz, Clements, your host. I'm the editor of CodeBet. That's what this is all based on. That's a very good website, codebet.com.au. Go check it out for all your betting analysis and odds comparison needs. Lots of stuff going on at the moment. We've got the start of NRL this week. We've got AFL previews coming out the wazoo. We've got NBA. It's just EPL, FA Cup. What else we got this week? F1.
Everything.
It's all happening.
Everything's happening.
Anyway, I'm joined.
Show some excitement, stats guy. Yeah, everything's happening. Yeah.
Wow, says Donnelly.
Says you, yeah.
The personification of a wet blanket last Friday. Jeez. Oh, it's bad boy over there.
I fired up, mate.
Eventually, right. But either way, I am joined by the pontiffs of punting, the CodeBet creator duo of Stats Guy, Lee McAllion. What's going on, Stats Guy?
Yeah, I'm here. Very happy with the Scottish Cup final last night. Got me Celtic kid on, Big Ange, and the Aussie manager with another trophy. Yeah, absolutely loving it.
Nice one. Rangers just can.
Rangers can. Absolutely not, which I absolutely love. So very happy.
Hate to say it. And over there is the cocaine bear himself, Alex Donnelly. What's going on?
The cocaine bear.
Yeah, actually, do have to go see that because it's probably the greatest movie in cinema history. But
yeah,
I do appreciate Stats Guy celebrating winning a fifth grade premiership because his main team does stink. So you know what, well done.
I'm on board.
Good to see you have some success with one of the teams you go for because absolutely, it's going to be a long next.
Chelsea won the Champions League a year and a half ago, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so good stuff. But yeah, Arsenal back on top, 2 horses won, and then I'm still recovering from participator getting put through the fence on the home turn in the country championships. That kind of sucked.
There we go. Code Horsey Daily, apparently. No, this is CodeBet Daily. We do what it says on the tin. This is the daily show about betting that we do from CodeBet. And what are we talking about today? We've got a whole mess of player props, game picks, best bets, all the good stuff that you probably need. And, of course, you can check out all the stuff on the site as well, which will go much more in-depth than us morons sitting here yelling about what we like for tomorrow. What are we looking at for the upcoming show? I'm all NBA today. It's actually a really awesome slate for the NBA Tuesday, so I'll be writing about that and also talking about it right now. Liam, what do you have?
Yeah, I'm looking at a bit of test cricket with South Africa and the West Indies taking on each other, and then going to Italy for some Serie A. There's a few games coming up over the next few days that I want to take a look at.
Is that Italian for the A series?
I'm guessing, yeah. Not fluent, but yeah.
I'm not fluent. I like that.
Good stuff, Stats Guy. Good stuff. Well done.
I just know it's called the Serie A, and
Jaymz goes off script and Stats Guy gets flustered.
Donnelly, what are you looking at?
The NRL try scoring machine for 2023 and then some EPL stuff.
Love it. Oh, that's good. Nice one. Right. Player prop for me tomorrow. This one's really simple. You might have watched it. I don't know if you are into NBA at all. But on the weekend, we had an absolute burning game between Philadelphia and Boston.
End of the season.
Absolutely unreal. It's, the best team in the NBA, Boston versus number 3 in the East, Philly.
3, yeah.
Embiid dominating for most of the game. The third quarter, they just decide, we don't even need to guard Al Horford. Boom, get all the way back into it. I think they were down 15 at one point. It was absolute chaos. Right her off, boys, pack her up, we're done. Nope. There's no team. Actually, there's 2 teams in the NBA that you can't trust with a 10 to 20 point lead ever. It's Dallas and it's Philly. And boom, Philly got schmokerated in the end by Boston. Tatum, he had a horrible game to Jayson Tatum.
He did. He couldn't shoot, but doesn't matter.
Some big threes when it actually counted, including the game winner. And so they play the Knicks tomorrow to the Boston Celtics. the Knicks play the Boston Celtics pretty hard. I like this a lot. It's a great rivalry, a storied New York versus Boston rivalry. Tatum, he loves a bounce back spot though. So I'm leaning very, very hard into Jayson Tatum tomorrow.
Right, this year.
Once you've actually got the player sort of markets up, I'd be jumping all over Jayson Tatum against the Knicks. They've got nobody that can, they've got no real big wings that can cover him or Jaylen Brown for that sort of matter, which is why these games are always absolutely awesome. Because on one side, the Celtics very clearly struggle to sort of contain Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett when he's playing. And on the other side, the Knicks just don't really have those big-bodied wings to deal with the likes of Brown and Tatum, right? So it's always a really cool, fun matchup. Tatum's going to go massive. I think there's at least a 30, 35-plus point outing for him. And if he's going to do that, look for the bounce back on the three-point shooting. That's 4 threes, 5 threes, even if you really want to go hog wild. But that wouldn't surprise me at all. This is Stats Guy's team. I feel like he'd agree with me with like when Tatum gets rolling, like he doesn't just hit 2 or 3 threes for a game.
Nah, he keeps taking them. He keeps, yeah.
But I like this. In terms of like the history of the matchup, like Tatum versus the Knicks, he's had a couple of like big outings. He's also had a couple of stymied ones, but he had 35, 14, and 4 last time they played. 26 before that. He had 36 in New York a little while ago as well. I think he's going to go massive. That's an easy one for me. Jayson Tatum against the Knicks. Go the 35-plus points. Go the 4 or 5-plus threes, and chuck in 8 rebounds as well because he does love getting amongst the boards. And the Knicks, look, they're not. I do believe they actually have the other Mitch Robinson back, but in terms of like rebounding and stuff, give me some Tatum rebounds. So off you go.
Awesome.
Love it. Stats Guy, what are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at some test match cricket. I got South Africa taking on the West Indies. Now, South Africa lost in the Women's T20 World Cup final at home, so they'll be a bit gutted, but they can watch their Proteas at home now against the West Indies.
It was South Africa in a final, so...
It was South Africa in a final, in a World Cup final, which they always choke, so they're always going to lose to the Aussies, who are, I think Alex was just saying this morning, one of the best teams in sports history almost, the way that they
I'm calling best dynasty in the history of cricket. The Australian women's team.
Probably is if you go by just trophies and it's unbelievable. But anyway, I'm going to have a look at some bowling.
I'll posit the 70s and 80s West Indies. I'm just saying, but
true.
Currently, I think the Australian women are world champions in everything, as well as Commonwealth Games gold medalists. I think they've won 6 of the 7 T20 World Cups.
Yeah, they have. And they've made all the finals
to the 50 over World Cup ones as well. Plus all the test series that they've won. Like the last time they legitimately lost a full-on international, I can't even remember when. I think they lost one to India. But it's ridiculous.
They're unbelievable.
The record this team is putting on, and you could say, developed nations over the last 3 or 4 years. But the fact that they've been doing it for 10, it's insane.
Yeah, it does. Like it's a weird combo because they're obviously dominant, and it's like as the game has gotten better, they've stayed just as dominant.
They've stayed, because
it's gotten better.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty crazy. Anyway, I'm going to have a look in the men's test matches. Yeah, South Africa, West Indies. I really like Kagiso Rabada. So Rabada's just been a really consistent player for the last few years.
Hello, mate. Hello, Kagiso Rabada.
Oh, there we go. You got to head down there.
You walked straight into that one, Stats Guy.
I like it. I love a good any Simpsons reference. I'm always here for. But his best bowling averages against the West Indies. He averages just 11. He's only played a couple of matches against them.
Why.
He's played a couple of matches against them, but he got 11 wickets. West Indies is still in the rebuild phase. I think he's going to get a lot of wickets here. He loves playing at home. I think he has over 160 wickets at home in just 29 matches. So he loves a bit of pace and bounce in the West Indies. In South Africa with the home crowd getting behind him. So West Indies in a rebuild stage. South Africa didn't look great against us, but they're still a lot better than the West Indies. So I think he can dominate and get the most wickets in the first innings for $3.50 on Ladbrokes.
$3.50 at home. That's awesome.
Yeah. So there you go.
They're going to smash them. So that's awesome.
Probably. West Indies are horrible.
Yep. Nice one. Donnelly, what are you looking at for your player prop?
Yeah, so I'm going a long-term one here, but sort of can't believe the price. And that's in the NRL for the most tries this season. We are looking at Alex Johnston for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. He's got 155 tries from 182 games across sort of all competitions. You include internationals and everything. That is an insane.
That is ridiculous.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's basically he scores a try every 1.17 games. So when you think about it, it's like, he didn't score last week. He's probably going to get 2.
He's going to get up. He'll get 2 more.
Yeah. He's looking to make this year the 4th year in a row he scored the most tries. So in 2020, COVID year, 23. 2021, 30. Last year, 30. So, you play 20 to sort of 28 games if you're playing a full season and everything with finals and stuff. And that's just insanity. He just positions himself really well on the wing. And the thing is, it's like, oh, you're a winger, you're just scoring easy tries. No, this bloke hits the ball with pace. And he's obviously got a lot of help outside from Latrell Mitchell finding him as well. But he's just going to keep scoring tries because the Bunnies are going to be a top 4 contender yet again this year. And the way that Souths play, they always find him with plenty of space on that edge. And if he does that, he only needs half an inch and he's over the line. So, Look, really happy to take $4.50 about him to score the most tries, provided he doesn't get injured. This is just his award yet again.
Yeah, I like that. You can also go check out the entire breakdown of all the top 5 sort of chances at this try scoring award for this year with the futures market on codebet.com.au. Good plug. Nice one. Game picks for tomorrow. I love this one. Philly versus Miami. Philly coming off the heartbreaking loss. Joel Embiid throws up a 3-quarter shot to tie the game. It goes in, but it was just a split second too late.
Yeah, caught that.
Philly will be reeling from this. The good thing is Philly really know how to deal with adversity well. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, I was going to.
No, they
I don't know about that.
No, of course they don't. Philly, when the going gets tough, they jack it all in and crap their pants. You love to see it. This is like a storied time-honored tradition there in Philly. And the Heat are a team that absolutely will just grind you into dust, right? Like they'll just choke you out, make you tap out, and off they go. Thing is, Miami lost to Charlotte on the weekend, and Charlotte stink. So this is another bounce back spot. And I'm also going to go with the under here because Philly, their offense is like, I think it's a top 6 offense. It's a top 6 defense. Miami are of a top 5 defense. This is going to be just an absolute brick fest. I like the under. So it's 216.5 points. And I think the plus 6.5 for Miami as well. Because I think even if Philly win this, they don't win it easy. They're never going to win this easy against Miami. And that 6.5 is one of those classic sort of lines of like, we'll just dribble it out because we've gotten it back down from 8 and you've just covered. So that's $3.30 with the plus 6.5 and the under 216.5 points with Ladbrokes. I love this. This is Jimmy Butler against his old team. He and Joel Embiid still have like a massive bromance, but Miami have just added Kevin Love. I just think there's like a little bit more punch to them at the moment. I think they can, if not beat Philly outright, which I do believe they could. And if you believe a team can beat another team, then you should probably take the points. So I'm taking the plus 6.5. Let's go.
Awesome.
$3.30 with Ladbrokes with the under. What have you got there, stats guy?
Yeah, I'm having a look at a bit of a different one. We haven't looked at the pod too much, but in the Serie A in Italian football with Lazio taking on Sampdoria. Lazio have been really good. They're only $1.40 in this match, so I'm going to try to find a bit more value there. They've only lost one of their last 6. They've found a bit of form. They've got Ciro Immobile, who plays for Italy. They didn't in the World Cup. I was going to say the World Cup, but they didn't even make the World Cup. But he would have been leading them in the way. Great striker, can score a lot of goals. He's got 15 goal contributions this season for Lazio. They've just looked really good with him up front. And then the other end, Sampdoria are in the relegation zone. So they've been really struggling even to keep clean sheets. They've kept the least goals in the league as well. So they've just been really, really struggling. So I really like Lazio to win this match to 0. They've won. They've kept a clean sheet in their last 3 matches, Lazio, in all competitions. I think one of them was the Coppa Italia and in the Europa League as well. So they can sort of play in all competitions no matter who they're facing. Their defense holds pretty strong. And, Sampdoria just in the relegation zone. So Lazio to win to 0 is $2.20 on BetR. So really like that one.
That's a good one. You just turned into Les Murray there for a minute with some of the pronunciations. That was great.
Oh, okay. I was practicing that one, Ciro Immobile. Yeah, it's only my FIFA, I think. So that's how I remember that one.
Serie A, that is a series in Italian. Just saying.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's on next few days. For some reason, they're playing like a Monday night few games. So jump on them if you want to have a bet.
Like it. Alex, what have you got for your best match game?
I can't believe I'm doing this. This could be the absolute mock. Arsenal take on Everton on Thursday morning. Look, Arsenal have only lost one of their last 26 at home against Everton. Obviously, the Gunners did lose 1-0 to Everton a few weeks ago. That was at Goodison Park. But just watching the two teams over the weekend, Everton looked a little bit sluggish and tired. You thought they would have got a result out of that game against Villa. They weren't horrible, but Villa were just sort of that little bit better. But they almost looked tired because you're acclimatizing to a new game plan, which need you to be so physically fit that, you sort of don't have the preseason. It's like, it's January, got to get you really fit. And just with that, you look at how Arsenal played against Leicester over the weekend. Arsenal should have won like 6-0. It was a domination for a 1-0 scoreline. There was a couple of goals that were ruled out. I still don't know how Trossard's goal was ruled out when there was the foul called on Ben White. Thought that was a bit rubbish, to be honest. But look, Arsenal looked fantastic. They seem to be past that flat line they had at the start of the month. They should be getting the job done at home, and the halftime, full-time at $2.10 is quite good because the Gunners are known to get off to fast starts, and Trossard did score in the 25th minute over the weekend. So if they've got that, they probably would have got another one or two. So really looking forward to that. The $1.36 seems a little bit skinny, so we'll take the $2.10 halftime, full-time.
Oh, halftime, full-time.
Awesome.
I like that.
I really like that. Especially Trossard, he's looked really good. He's been
the way that Arsenal started their front three over the weekend was very interesting. And Nketiah got dropped to the bench with Trossard, Martinelli, and Saka being the front three, which there will be in match week 26 preview coming up later today, and probably the Arsenal-Everton breakdown as well.
Nice one.
Perfect.
Like that a lot. Right. Well, in terms of best bets, what are we looking at for tomorrow? Mine's pretty straightforward. I've already mentioned this game, the Celtics-Knicks game, which is rad. But the two teams kind of just tend to only play awesome games.
Overtimes lately.
Especially when the Knicks win, it's like it's literally only been 3 or 4 points, I think, out of the last 12 matches or something. Like if the Knicks have won, it's been basically one of those two sort of score lines. But both teams are in really good form. And like this is like the cool part because the Knicks, they're like a box of chocolates if you ask Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get, right? Like, it's simple as that. You're like, what is happening here? It's like, I don't know. We're the Knicks. And the thing is, like, both teams playing really nicely, really cool. Jaylen Brown is actually out for this game. He's listed on the injury report. So I'm just leaning the Knicks plus 2.5 at the moment because, look, the Celtics did smash them, I think, back in November. It was like a 15-point game. There was a weird one back in January of last year, but like everything else is just like super tight. And I just kind of like the way the Knicks are playing at the moment. I think there's a big Randall game. I think we're going to be Jalen Brunson's probably the one I wouldn't lean on too much because you've got so many defenders there in Boston to sort of deal with him between Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon, El Presidente, and even Derek White. I think Stats Guy's new favorite player.
Oh yeah, it's creepiest man in the world. There.
There's just like a lot of sort of like good, guard defenders. But I think Randall and co should be able to sort of sneak this one out. I kind of like it a lot. I've already gone with Tatum to go big, but that's because Brown's out. Boom. Knicks always push the Celtics. I'll take the points. And in fact, how about this tomorrow?
Yeah.
How about just an underdog Tuesday multi for you? Every underdog so far with the markets that I can find. Heat +6 over Philly. Detroit +7 over Charlotte. That's two tanking teams. Charlotte trying to tank but failing because that's how bad.
No, they've been fun for you guys. Yeah.
Everything. So dumb. But Detroit do push teams. I love Detroit. They're just sneaky. They cover. The Knicks are +2.5 against the Celtics and the Magic against the Pelicans. Magic don't travel that great. Pelicans are pretty good at home. This is probably the dubious leg of this one, the most dubious of like if I'm going to go 4 underdogs. Magic +3.5 against the Pels. The Pels need some get-right wins. It feels like a good one. I'd still lean with the Magic because they're fun. And that comes into 12.82 with Ladbrokes if you want to go 4 underdogs in a multi. It's hilarious.
I like that.
Just drop it to 3, probably chop that last one. So there you go.
Magic are pretty good at covering the line, though.
They are. They're really, really good at like covering. But
they're one of the best teams, yeah.
The problem is like on the road covering, and if the lines are that big, like a lot of their stuff comes when they're big underdogs because people haven't quite realized that they're actually good now. Now the lines have sort of changed a little bit to reflect that Orlando aren't bad, but they are, I believe, the 4th. Actually, there you go. They're the 4th best team at covering on the road, Orlando. So it's not a bad one, but like the Pelicans are pretty good. I think they need a big win. It's not quite a long enough line though for me to like feel super confident about Orlando, but still worth it. Multi it is +3.5. Why not? Nice. Stats Guy, what have you got for you?
Yeah, I'm back to the
what are we doing? Best bets.
Best bets, yeah. I'm going to do a Serie A multi or the A series as you pointed out to me before. I'm going to have a look at Fiorentina taking on Hellas Verona. So I really like Fiorentina in this one. They're unbeaten in their last 3. They're unbeaten also in their last 6 against Verona. So yeah, really like Fiorentina here. Verona are also averaging less than a goal a game, so I like the under 2.5 goals. Fiorentina are a bit lower on the table as well, so I think it's just going to be pretty tight most of the game, and it could be a 1-0, 2-0 win for them. So like Fiorentina under 2.5 goals in that one for the first leg. Then the second leg, I said Lazio as well before. I think, they look really good in attack. Sampdoria have been horrible in the relegation zone. So you get multi those two up. So Lazio to win 2-0, Fiorentina head-to-head and under 2.5 goals. You get $9.03 on Ladbrokes. So I really like that.
Nice one. Now, those are all really early tomorrow morning, aren't they?
Tomorrow morning, yeah. So you can chuck them on when you are heading to bed and wake up with some money, hopefully.
Here's hoping. So they're first thing Tuesday morning, like literally 4 a.m. 6 a.m.
Yes.
Stuff, right? So, yeah. So keep that in mind. Nice one. Donnelly, what have you got for your best bet?
Oh, I'm doing it. Arsenal are going to win the EPL this season.
Oh, he's finally said it. He's finally.
Oh, pack up, boys.
I've been saying it for months. This is the first time he's on board.
Well, now that's City. I'm going to put all my money on City right now.
Yeah.
I might get on Manchester United as well now.
I had a look at the odds this morning and saw that the Gunners were $2.10. Even
it went back up, yeah.
They're on top and still have a game in hand. This week they've got Everton and Bournemouth, and given the form of the teams that they're playing and how everything's gone, that should be 2 dubs for Arsenal, which if results also go their way, because now you're back on level pegging with games played in the league, Arsenal could be 8 points in front of City by Sunday night. So it's basically three wins in front. City have to play Newcastle over the weekend, and given the way that both teams have played, it suggests City should win that game, but Newcastle, very stingy. They could very easily eke out a draw, which means I think worked it out that Arsenal would be 7 points in front. So that makes it very tough. I know they're going to play each other later in the season, but I think the toughest game that Arsenal have, other than the Man City game for the rest of the season, is they do have to go to Newcastle and they do have to go to Liverpool. But the way Liverpool are playing at the moment,
Liverpool's not scary at the moment.
Could be an Arsenal dub. So look, the way that they played over the weekend showed me that the Gunners are back. I'm happy to take the $2.10. I'm pretty sure that they can do it. I've been trying not to say it for the last 3 months.
Can't believe he said it.
Now that we got to the start of March and we got 13 games to go, I think we can get it done. And me saying that as an Arsenal fan makes me want to go hide in the closet for the next week.
No, I respect it. I think you. Yeah.
Well, the fact that they're $2.10 and they're in front, and if results go the way
still
we
the better
think
team,
they'll still be 5 points in front by the end of the weekend. That is still pretty big, because the way City have played, they've showed that they can dip. But I suppose if Man City get knocked out of the Champions League and Arsenal's still in the Europa League, it's like, extra games, depth and all that. But Gabriel Jesus, once he comes back, I think it's going to take Arsenal to another level as well.
I like that a lot.
Awesome.
So $2.10 for the EPL winner. There's also, $1.90 for Man City. So
$1.80.
Well, I've got $1.90 right in front of me.
Yeah,
so that's better value, Alex.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He's trying to back up the $2. Yeah.
But it's basically, obviously, it's those two, right? Because I think, United's like 13 odd from what I just saw.
Oh, really? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that much.
So, United have played the same amount of games as Arsenal, but they're 8 points behind. So,
it makes it tough.
And Man United play Liverpool this weekend, and I'm assuming putting Jaymz on the spot here, we'll be previewing that for codebet.com.au.
Probably.
On the spot. Absolutely.
And also, you'll be able to hear all the EPL gear in the CodeBet weekly EPL show that pops up
on Thursday.
These two jokers every week. That should have its own channel soon. We'll actually sort that out. Right. Either way, that's it for today. Done, Skij. That's CodeBet Daily in the bag. You love to see that. We'll be back on deck tomorrow. I believe it'll be all three of us again. That's cool. In the office. Cool. Watch out. Party time.
Cool.
Get right around the show. Subscribe on your podcast app. Like, review, and star it. Check us a follow all across the socials. I think they're doing a great job at the moment. Facey IG, Twitter, TikTok, Leo and the crew behind the social gear. Send in any questions. We might have to deal with a couple of those tomorrow, actually, while we're all in there together. And that's it, I think. Thanks, Stats Guy.
Thank you. Go the Celtic.
Nice. Way to go, Alex.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Brought the thunder today. I like Arsenal. At least we won. Right. Thanks Joe, for producing. Thanks to me. And what do we say always here, Stats Guy?
Gamble responsibly, always.
Nice one. May all your picks come in. Happy punting. We'll catch you in a bit. CodeBet Daily, out.